Despite so many people having been burned so badly by Disney Star Wars, whether it's the sequel trilogy, whether it's Mandalorian, Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker, whatever it was that finally pushed them over the edge, some people still had hope in the Kenobi series. And for so many people, that was their big moment that they woke up and said, what are they doing? Some of the few characters who hadn't been completely and utterly destroyed by Disney Star Wars were obliterated in that series. It was a pathetic disaster. And even Lucasfilm seems very hesitant to renew it for a season 2, despite Ewan McGregor being desperate to do so. Obi-Wan Kenobi season 2 is officially probably not happening. And this from almost a year ago at Disney Star Wars Celebration, where Kathleen Kennedy basically said, yeah, really don't have anything in the works for that. Doesn't look like we're going to do that going forward. But Ewan McGregor is desperate to make it happen. Think how crazy that is. Ewan McGregor, who plays one of the most beloved characters in Star Wars in Obi-Wan Kenobi. People love him as that character. And 2 years ago, he could have said he wanted this and this and this, and they probably would have made it happen. But after people saw season 1 and how badly they fucked that up and the backlash that existed because of it, now not even Lucasfilm wants to do a season 2, to the point where Ewan McGregor is begging for a season 2, but he's not necessarily begging Disney. He's begging the fans to ask Disney for that. We talked about this the other day. Star Wars lead Ewan McGregor makes desperate plea, asks fans to write to Disney for a second season of Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is what I'll say. For Star Wars fans out there, they might have been a little more sympathetic to Ewan McGregor's plea. They might have been willing to go out and do that for them. But let's not forget, these are the same fans that were just blatantly labeled as racist, as bigots by Lucasfilm, by Disney Star Wars, and by Ewan McGregor to try to stop the backlash towards Reva, to try to stop the backlash in this dogshit Obi-Wan Kenobi series, because they knew it from the beginning. They literally told Moses Ingram before the show started, we're going to blame its failure on racist attacks. We're going to make them up. And that's exactly what happened. Ewan McGregor calls out racist trolls bullying Moses Ingram. You're no Star Wars fan in my mind. It's funny how we went from, a year and a half, 2 years ago at this point, Ewan McGregor, labeling, you're not a Star Wars fan. There's too many people that don't like this character. You're no Star Wars fan in my mind if you do anything other than just lavishly praise this character and this terrible show we've created. We went from this, right? You're no Star Wars fan in my mind, Ewan McGregor at Orlando MegaCon when he was up there on stage, begging Star Wars fans to write to Disney and to call on Disney to give him a season 2. It's weird how that works, isn't it? Maybe if you decided to respect the fans to begin with, and I'm not just talking about him, I'm talking about the entire project, all of Lucasfilm. If maybe your goal was to respect the fan base and respect the fans' wishes from the very beginning, you wouldn't have found yourself in the mess where you're having to beg for a season 2, because maybe you would actually done something that respects the work of George Lucas, that people actually appreciated. But instead, it was the exact opposite. It was a catastrophe. And because people criticize a lot about that thing. I would say the criticisms for Reva as a character were probably the 4th or 5th most important thing in the list of criticisms. But they singled that out. They attacked Star Wars fans, and they tried to blame all the backlash on it's just racists who are mad about this character. Ewan McGregor helped them do that. He helped them attack Star Wars fans, labeling them not fans in his mind. Now he's back to those very same fans, begging for them to help him get a season 2. It's weird how that works, isn't it?